Good morning, this is Linda from LL Creation Studio, and I have something a little bit different to share with you today. I have a collection. I watch Grammies Keepsakes. I'm going to put her YouTube down below, and I was watching her doing her little field notes, and I went, what a great idea that was. So I wanted to do sort of my take on that. And so I have done 10 in this collection, and they're all 7 are fabric covered, and they're 5x7s. They all have 68 pages, and they all have a picture on the front, a decorated cover of some sort, and they've all got 2 signatures. They have front and back cover inside pockets, and then they have 2 pockets within the 2 signatures that are made out of book pages. So that's all the similarities that they have, is the same number of pages, the same size, and they're all decorated of some sort on the outside. But on the inside, I have used some of my leftover stash pages and cut them down to this size. And so every journal is different page-wise inside, but structure, they're all the same. So let me, and they're all numbered, and they'll be numbered on Etsy. They all have the number like Grammy Keepsakes did. And so this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And the fabrics are all unique and different, and the pictures are unique. And all of the pictures on them, all of them, have been sewn at least one time onto the covers. Some of them have some of Prima's flowers here. 2 of them do. And some of them have a different decoration. Some have lace and some do not on the cover. They all, let me scoot this around, and we'll just do number 1 here. They all have this kind of tie, an elastic tie, and they all have a brass charm on the front. Each one is different. And then when you open it up, you'll see, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, they're all made out of cardboard. My Amazon boxes that come into my house every day, I used some of those and made recycle them, and they all have an inch spine, a hard spine. So I would call this a semi-hard cover. And so now we can look inside, and they all have different sheets here on the front and the back, and this is the inside pockets on the front and the back, and they've all been sewn. And I left them blank where you can put your own personal items in there. And then they all have different pages, but they have coffee stain pages, and here is one of the recycled book pages pockets that you can put something in. Have a book page in this one. They all don't have that. It's all different kinds of papers inside. And so I'm just going to flip through this one real quick. Most of them have my favorite craft paper here. It's a combination of cardstocks and coffee dyed papers, regular paper, lined paper, notebook paper. Here is a cardstock that has been coffee dyed. Beautiful papers though, all by different, and here is your second pocket, inside pocket that you can put something in. Graph paper, and they all, forgot to tell you, they all have one envelope. either in the first signature or the second signature for you to put something in also. And all of your envelopes have been hand torn. This is a mixture of type of paper that some have been hand torn and some have been cut, you know, corners. So you can see there's a lot of spaces here for you to see. Here's a fancy cutted edge. A lot to do whatever you wish to do inside, and here's the back, and here is the pocket. So they're all same kind of format, 2 signatures, the elastic tie going around, and they all have our little charm, different charm here on the front. Let me swirl that back around here. They're all brass charms, and they're all pretty good size, hefty charms for you. All of the fabrics are 100% cotton out of my fabric stash, and so this is number 1, and that is the picture there. All of these came from Graphic Fairy, and then here's number 2. I'll give you a quick look inside. And the little charm is a different leaf there. Here's number 3. It's got one of Prima's roses, a little glitter on it. It's a beautiful blue print. And here is the inside of number 3. Number 4 is the only beige one that I did, and this is Tim Holtz fabric. And I put a Prima flower here, and then I did some chocolate corner accents front and back. And then here's the inside of that. It's got a music paper. Oh, let me do that. Okay, now I'm going to bring in, now 5 did not make the cut, so we have 6, 7, and 8 right here for you to take a look at. These are different. The way that I treated the treatments on the front is different, and other than that, they're the same. 68 pages, same format. And here's the inside, the cover and everything. Remember, each one of them has, and they'll be on Etsy with a little bit more detailed write-up for you. And here is the only burgundy or wine colored one inside. And the little charm is a long leaf. And this is number 8, some lace. This is the only fabric that has been tea dyed. It was a little bit too white for me. And you can see the lace, and then the sewing around each picture has the sewing. And you can tell it's on the cardboard, I put a cardstock on top of it just to give it to more stability. And here's the pockets. Now some of them have the same pockets inside. This is some coffee dyed manila folders that I cut up, and it's a real nice stock. So you got Tim Holtz fabric throughout. You have Nick the Booksmith. So I mean, there's a great assortment of fabrics inside. And here's your little feather there. Now these two are totally different, but this is 9 and 10. And what these are 5 by 8.5. Those were 5 by 7s. This is folders that I got from Amazon. Here you go. Folders that I bought from Amazon that are all decorated, and they're sort of coated in some kind of plastic material to protect the pictures here. This one's turned over wrong. And the main theme of these were butterflies, and it's botanical, and it has a little spine, and they're just beautiful prints. I mean, and they have the same elastic, and they got the same numbers. So this is number 9. 9 is a more colorful butterfly than 10, but 10 has a big rose, peach rose right here. Both of these have rounded corners, and then if you look inside, they're very flexible. I mean, just like it was, and there's 62 pages each. And the paper collection in here was from my European paper pack that I have used once before, and I made tabs, so you can see the little tabs out of the paper. And there's this beautiful paper, and it has a special feel. It almost feels like a real fine stationery paper. And you have a nice mixture other than that, but the main theme is this European botanical paper, and you'll get some more shots of it on Etsy. But here is some of it, all the lead-ins, and you can see here how the folder is the same inside as it is outside. I've reinforced the spine here after, you know, making it with masking tape, so that you can get a quick look of the pages here inside it. And in the center of each, let me show you, it has 2 signatures also. You have 2 little brass hearts here, bronze hearts. So this is 9, and then 10 is basically the same company's paper. European company is the name of the paper pack. I'll have to undo that in a minute. So 9, and then 10 is just different. Excuse me just a minute. Sorry about that. That's my 9 o'clock alarm. You can see the charms, and this is number 10, and this is what's different inside. It's just the pages, but they each have 62 pages. So these are a little bit smaller, but the pages are larger. It's just a nice, easy journal to handle. So that's these 2, and don't forget, I can't get them all in here. This is number 8. Number 7 is the only red, and this is the only lighter. And then number 6, number 5, number 4, 3, and like I said, you'll be able to get better pictures on Etsy. And then our number 1 is the only one that has a purple and black tone to it. So I want to thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. And hop on over to Etsy and take a look at these, and you can read about the write-up there. And don't forget, my inspiration was Grammys Keepsakes, and so I will list her down below, but I'm sure all of y'all know what her channel is on YouTube, just in case if I forget and don't do that. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.